Hello. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you can see my screen and also hear my voice clearly. So today's the first day of the week. This is Monday. We're going to start analysis with the chart on our screen. We'll start with gold. So basically, this is part of what we said last week. We did mention that we are still a sell. We are still looking for a sell on this chart, but then the price didn't hit exactly where it's supposed to sell from. So we said that as long as the price was doing anything insignificant, like whatever it is doing now, we still expect a move to the upper side. We still expect price to continue to the upper side. We are actually looking forward to the price continuing up, at least up to somewhere around 1792.54, 1774.09. This will be a very good place where if the price comes back up to, then it will give us a good place to look for a sell from. So our next symbol is SP500. SP500 so far, we are bullish. SP500, we are very much to the upper side. So this chart is very much to the upper side. There's no need for a sell on this one. I can't recommend a sell because overall the trend is very much to the upper side. Look at these three lines. We have this, we have this, we have this. So far, if you're on this chart, this will give you the correct place to look for a buy from. So we just want price to retrace back up to this point. It didn't come back clearly at this point. It came back at this point. We want it to come back again the third time so that we can pick a buy from this level with our first take profit fixed around this point, around 3972.0. So if you're on this chart now, expect price to continue up to this resistance level, 3972.0, where if the price breaks beyond, then that will mean we are continuing even higher. So the idea is to wait for price along this trend line, buy it, expect that buy to push price up to this level. So our next chart. So the next chart which I want us to look at is Brent oil. Brent oil so far, we are in a correction mode. The price is correcting itself to the lower side. But these are the levels to look at. We have a trend line from this point. Yeah, this will give us a good place to look for a buy from. You can see what has been happening previously. We had some support there. We had a support. We had a support. There was this break below. We have a resistance, and then there is break above. So as long as the price remains above this trend line, this is a good place to look for a buy from. This remains to be an ideal place where we want to look for a buy position from. If you draw a trend line from the top, you can see that it's still actually around the same place. So we have price breaking above this trend line. We have price also breaking above the other trend line. As it is now, the price is above both the two trend lines. So this means we are still upwards. We are still on the upper side. We expect price to continue up at least up to this point, where if the price goes above, our next level is this 84.18. So if on the lower side, we expect price to move up to that point, then our next target is this. So look for a buy from this point. Expect that buy to push us up to 71.64, where if the price breaks above, our next level is 84.18. So our next symbol, the others we want to look at currency pairs, this one. So this chart so far, we did expect a continuation to the upper side during the previous week. I'm saying this because we had a resistance level here. We had another level. This was like a zone. So we mentioned and said that as long as the price remained above 1.1919, 1.1876, then this was going to be a good place to look for a buy from. So as it is now, you can see that the price actually gapped below. The price gapped below 1.1889, and somehow we are still below the same place. So this may now be a sell. We may see price continue to the low side, at least up to around 1.1629, or the next place where the price may go up to is this level 1.1377. On the upper side, we have this here, and then we have this. So look for a buy from around this point. Look for a buy position. Expect that buy to take us. If the price pulls back nicely and closes within this range or above 1.1919, then this will be a good place to look for a buy from. We're expecting that buy to take us up to around 1.2252. So our next symbol is GBP USD. So GPSD, these are the levels I'm looking at. I'm a line here at 1.3370. The next line I'm having is at this point here. This is another line which I'm looking at, 1.3781. And then the other line which I'm focusing on is the one at the very top. So this will give us a good place to look for a buy from 1.3781. As long as the price remains around this point, 1.3781, then this will be a good place to look for a buy from, at least up to around 1.4244. Should the price break below that level, that's below 1.3781, then this will be an ideal place to look for a sell from. We're expecting that sell to push price up to around 1.3370. A break beyond this level will mean we are continuing even lower, at least up to this point, where should the price break below it, then our next target is 1.1919. So our next symbol, our USDJPY. So on this chart, basically, we are looking for a sell position. We'd like to see price continue to the lower side, especially now that the price is around a very significant resistance trend line. We do have a trend line here. We do have a trend line at that point. So look at this. Look at how perfect this resistance is. A very good resistance, a very good resistance. And as long as the price remains below this trend line, then this will be a good place where we want to look for a sell from. So technically, expect sellers to come in strongly around this point. We expect that sell to push us up to around 104.60. Our next target is this. So this will be a good place where we want to look for a sell from. This will be an ideal place where we'd like to look for a sell from, especially now that there is a gap. This is a good place we want to sell from, at least up to around 104.60. So you sell it there, keep the position open, expect that sell to take us at least up to 104.60. So thank you very much, and that should bring us to the end of today's analysis. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same. So thank you. See you.